Ich bin heute Morgen früher aufgestanden.
I got up earlier this morning. I got up earlier this morning.
Magst du Brettspiele?
Do you like board games? Do you like board games?
Sie kennt Alexis seit 10 Jahren.
She has known Alexis for 10 years. She has known Alexis for 10 years.
Es ist einfacher, motivierte Schüler zu unterrichten.
It's easier to teach motivated students. It's easier to teach motivated students.
Mein nächstes Haustier wird ein Kaninchen sein.
My next pet will be a rabbit. My next pet will be a rabbit.
Pflaumen sind voller Vitamine.
Prunes are full of vitamins. Prunes are full of vitamins.
Wenn du abnimmst, ist es logisch, dass du dir neue Kleidung kaufst.
If you lose weight, it is logical to buy new clothes. If you lose weight, it is logical to buy new clothes.
Wir sollten heute Abend nicht ins Kino gehen.
We shouldn't go to the movies tonight. We shouldn't go to the movies tonight.
Ich hatte letzte Nacht einen schrecklichen Albtraum.
I had a terrible nightmare last night. I had a terrible nightmare last night.
Mode ändert sich schnell.
Fashion changes quickly. Fashion changes quickly.
Dreimal in der Woche.
3 times a week. 3 times a week.
Wenn mein Auto kaputt geht, rufe ich immer den Mechaniker an.
When my car breaks down, I always call the mechanic. When my car breaks down, I always call the mechanic.
Ich hoffe, es geht dir gut.
I hope you are well. I hope you are well.
Das neue japanische Restaurant ist großartig.
The new Japanese restaurant is a great place. The new Japanese restaurant is a great place.
Möchtest du noch etwas anderes?
Would you like anything else? Would you like anything else?
Einer der Prüfer.
One of the examiners. One of the examiners.
Gänseleber auf Toast ist eine ausgezeichnete Vorspeise.
Goose liver on toast is an excellent appetizer. Goose liver on toast is an excellent appetizer.
Evelyn ist eine erfolgreiche Architektin.
Evelyn is a successful architect. Evelyn is a successful architect.
Unsere Straße ist sehr ruhig.
Our street is very quiet. Our street is very quiet.
Warum schaust du mich an?
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
Ich bin sicher, sie werden zurückkommen.
I'm sure they will come back. I'm sure they will come back.
Russell macht gerade nichts.
Russell is doing nothing right now. Russell is doing nothing right now.
Ich könnte mir jeden Monat einen Urlaub vorstellen.
I could imagine a holiday every month. I could imagine a holiday every month.
Ist Natalie wirklich schwanger?
Is Natalie really pregnant? Is Natalie really pregnant?
Plötzlich fiel ich von der Schaukel.
Suddenly, I fell off the swing. Suddenly, I fell off the swing.
Der besorgte Vater rief den Krankenwagen.
The worried father called the ambulance. The worried father called the ambulance.
Ich habe gerade deinen grünen Smoothie zubereitet.
I have just prepared your green smoothie. I have just prepared your green smoothie.
Roy ist der stärkste Junge in unserer Klasse.
Roy is the strongest boy in our class. Roy is the strongest boy in our class.
Draußen hat es -9 Grad Celsius.
It's -9 degrees Celsius outside. It's -9 degrees Celsius outside.
Ich nahm ein Aspirin, weil ich zitterte.
I took an aspirin because I was shivering. I took an aspirin because I was shivering.
Der Arzt gab mir ein Rezept.
The doctor gave me a prescription. The doctor gave me a prescription.
Während eines Fluges bin ich normalerweise nervös.
I am usually nervous during a flight. I am usually nervous during a flight.
Eine Gruppe von norwegischen Besuchern.
A group of Norwegian visitors. A group of Norwegian visitors.
Die Briten mögen keine persönlichen Fragen.
The British don't like personal questions. The British don't like personal questions.
Männer verstecken oft ihre Gefühle.
Men often hide their emotions. Men often hide their emotions.
Welchen Film möchtest du sehen?
Which movie do you want to watch? Which movie do you want to watch?
Alle Geschäfte sind am Wochenende geschlossen.
All the shops are closed on the weekend. All the shops are closed on the weekend.
Unsere Patentochter ist Kindergärtnerin.
Our goddaughter is a kindergarten teacher. Our goddaughter is a kindergarten teacher.
Waren sie freundlich?
Were they friendly? Were they friendly?
Hast du meinen Brief bekommen?
Did you get my letter? Did you get my letter?
Ich bevorzuge enge Hosen.
I prefer tight pants. I prefer tight pants.
Wie ist deine Schule?
What is your school like? What is your school like?
Österreicher sind gastfreundlich.
Austrians are hospitable. Austrians are hospitable.
Ich habe den Grand Canyon vor 5 Jahren besucht.
I visited the Grand Canyon 5 years ago. I visited the Grand Canyon 5 years ago.
Es gibt einige Spatzen in ihrem Pavillon.
There are some sparrows in their gazebo. There are some sparrows in their gazebo.
Hunde sind treue Tiere.
Dogs are loyal animals. Dogs are loyal animals.
Wir werden die alten Möbel wegwerfen.
We are going to throw out the old furniture. We are going to throw out the old furniture.
Beverly hat 38 Paar Schuhe.
Beverly has 38 pairs of shoes. Beverly has 38 pairs of shoes.
Ich denke, rote Katzen sind die süßesten.
I think red cats are the cutest. I think red cats are the cutest.
Sie hat ihr Abitur im Juni erhalten.
She got her high school diploma in June. She got her high school diploma in June.
Kevin ist ein kluger kleiner Junge.
Kevin is a smart little boy. Kevin is a smart little boy.
Die Zweitklässler machen am Samstag einen Schulausflug.
The second graders are going on a school trip on Saturday. The second graders are going on a school trip on Saturday.
John verdient viel als Bürgermeister.
John earns a lot as a mayor. John earns a lot as a mayor.
Wir wählen immer die gesündesten Früchte beim Gemüsehändler aus.
We always select the healthiest fruits at the greengrocers. We always select the healthiest fruits at the greengrocers.
Ellen hat seit 2017 nicht mehr mit Joe gesprochen.
Alan hasn't talked to Joe since 2017. Alan hasn't talked to Joe since 2017.
Können Sie elektrische Geräte reparieren?
Can you fix electrical devices? Can you fix electrical devices?
Er will uns nicht helfen.
He doesn't want to help us. He doesn't want to help us.
Die Schafe folgen dem deutschen Schäferhund.
The sheep are following the German Shepherd. The sheep are following the German Shepherd.
Ich habe alles gedruckt.
I printed everything. I printed everything.
Sie haben fast vergessen, sich zu registrieren.
They nearly forgot to register. They nearly forgot to register.
Wir fanden die Schaufel im Hinterhof.
We found the shovel in the backyard. We found the shovel in the backyard.
Die Maus nahm den Käse irgendwohin mit.
The mouse took the cheese somewhere. The mouse took the cheese somewhere.
Ich höre selten Geschichten über ihn.
I rarely hear stories about him. I rarely hear stories about him.
Ich glaube an Wunder.
I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles.
Was denkst du?
What do you think? What do you think?
Komm herein.
Come inside. Come inside.
Ich habe gut geschlafen.
I slept well. I slept well.
Dein Hemd sieht besser aus, wenn du die Ärmel hochkrempelst.
Your shirt looks better if you roll up your sleeves. Your shirt looks better if you roll up your sleeves.
Die Batterien, die du mir gegeben hast.
The batteries that you gave me. The batteries that you gave me.
Das Orchester spielt Jazzmusik.
The orchestra is playing jazz music. The orchestra is playing jazz music.
Jeden zweiten Monat.
Every other month. Every other month.
Na ja, ich bin mir nicht sicher.
Well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure.
Ich überhole ein Auto nur, wenn ich es eilig habe.
I only pass a car when I am in a hurry. I only pass a car when I am in a hurry.
Mein Vater ist vor ein paar Wochen in den Ruhestand gegangen.
My father retired a few weeks ago. My father retired a few weeks ago.
Die Karriere meines Mannes ist jetzt wichtiger.
My husband's career is more important now. My husband's career is more important now.
Ich bin über Thomas Kinkets Gemälde erstaunt.
I am amazed by Thomas Kincaid's paintings. I am amazed by Thomas Kincaid's paintings.
Jeder Granatapfel.
Each pomegranate. Each pomegranate.
Hannah hat die roten Johannisbeeren noch nicht gepflückt.
Hannah hasn't picked the red currants yet. Hannah hasn't picked the red currants yet.
Tiffany-Lampen sind so stilvoll und elegant.
Tiffany lamps are so stylish and elegant. Tiffany lamps are so stylish and elegant.
Du kannst die Milch nicht in der Sonne lassen.
You can't leave the milk in the sun. You can't leave the milk in the sun.
Unser Leben in Kanada ist nicht langweilig.
Our life in Canada isn't boring. Our life in Canada isn't boring.
Wie schnell ist Luke gefahren?
How fast was Luke driving? How fast was Luke driving?
Ist deine Weste im Schrank?
Is your vest in the closet? Is your vest in the closet?
Unsere mexikanischen Freunde schicken uns manchmal Süßigkeiten.
Our Mexican friends sometimes send us sweets. Our Mexican friends sometimes send us sweets.
Bist du abends sehr einsam?
Are you very lonely in the evenings? Are you very lonely in the evenings?
Tornados sind in Europa nicht üblich.
Tornadoes are not common in Europe. Tornadoes are not common in Europe.
Leute haben heutzutage nicht viel Zeit.
People don't have much time nowadays. People don't have much time nowadays.
Lila und Violett sind ähnliche Farben.
Purple and violet are similar colors. Purple and violet are similar colors.
Ein Fleischsalat hat weniger als 1000 Kalorien.
A meat salad has less than 1,000 calories. A meat salad has less than 1,000 calories.
Mindestens einmal.
At least once. At least once.
Ich habe mir die Haare geschnitten, als ich 3 Jahre alt war.
I cut my hair when I was 3 years old. I cut my hair when I was 3 years old.
Ich möchte einen Matcha-Tee ohne Zucker.
I want a matcha tea without sugar. I want a matcha tea without sugar.
Sein MP3-Player hat vorgestern nicht funktioniert.
His MP3 player didn't work the day before yesterday. His MP3 player didn't work the day before yesterday.
Männer haben normalerweise eine tiefe Stimme.
Men usually have a deep voice. Men usually have a deep voice.
Sie konnten nicht länger bleiben.
They couldn't stay longer. They couldn't stay longer.
Ich habe zu viel gegessen.
I have eaten too much. I have eaten too much.
Die Strände sind im Sommer überfüllt.
The beaches are crowded in the summertime. The beaches are crowded in the summertime.
Dennis' Schreibfähigkeiten sind schlechter als die seines jüngeren Bruders.
Dennis' writing skills are worse than his younger brother's. Dennis' writing skills are worse than his younger brother's.
Es ist unmöglich, diesen Fluss zu überqueren.
It's impossible to cross this river. It's impossible to cross this river.
Hat er eine Glückszahl?
Does he have a lucky number? Does he have a lucky number?
Du siehst gut aus in deiner militärischen Uniform.
You look good in your military uniform. You look good in your military uniform.
Ich habe verstanden, was sie gesagt hat.
I understood what she said. I understood what she said.
Es fühlt sich wie Frühling an.
It feels like spring. It feels like spring.
Diese T-Shirts sind ziemlich groß.
Those t-shirts are quite large. Those t-shirts are quite large.
Der intelligenteste Geschäftsmann.
The most intelligent businessman. The most intelligent businessman.
Er hat recht.
He is right. He is right.
Ich weiß das.
I know that. I know that.
Rogers Arabischkenntnisse sind elementar.
Roger's Arabic knowledge is basic level. Roger's Arabic knowledge is basic level.
Sie tanzen sehr gut.
They dance very well. They dance very well.
Sie wird ihre Träume nicht aufgeben.
She isn't going to give up her dreams. She isn't going to give up her dreams.
Deinetwegen.
Because of you. Because of you.
Magst du diesen grauen Samtanzug?
Do you like that gray velvet suit? Do you like that gray velvet suit?
Der Polizist war sehr gewalttätig mit mir.
The police officer was very violent with me. The police officer was very violent with me.
Baust du noch Gemüse an?
Are you still growing vegetables? Are you still growing vegetables?
Wir machen Tiramisu aus laktosefreien Biskotten.
We make tiramisu from lactose-free ladyfingers. We make tiramisu from lactose-free ladyfingers.
Wir haben sie seit 18 Jahren nicht mehr gesehen.
We haven't seen them for 18 years. We haven't seen them for 18 years.
Die Kinder räumen ihre Spielsachen immer am Abend weg.
The children always put their toys away in the evening. The children always put their toys away in the evening.
Was lagerst du in der Flasche?
What do you store in the bottle? What do you store in the bottle?
Salzhüllen sind nützlich für Asthmatiker.
Salt caves are useful for asthmatic patients. Salt caves are useful for asthmatic patients.
Ältere Menschen sollten häufiger zu Fuß gehen.
Elderly people should walk more often. Elderly people should walk more often.
Der Einbrecher ging leise ins Haus.
The burglar went into the house quietly. The burglar went into the house quietly.
Von hier zum Rathaus.
From here to the town hall. From here to the town hall.
Lincoln war ein sehr gut aussehender Bräutigam.
Lincoln was a very good-looking bridegroom. Lincoln was a very good-looking bridegroom.
Was hast du über den Eiffelturm gelernt?
What did you learn about the Eiffel Tower? What did you learn about the Eiffel Tower?
Ich bin zu spät nach Hause gekommen.
I got home too late. I got home too late.
Ich könnte ein Jahr auf dieser wundervollen Insel verbringen.
I could spend a year on this wonderful island. I could spend a year on this wonderful island.
Gregory lernte in 3 Monaten fahren.
Gregory learned to drive in 3 months. Gregory learned to drive in 3 months.
Irgendwann im Mai.
Sometime in May. Sometime in May.
Mein Opa spielt am Freitagnachmittag Golf.
My grandpa plays golf on Friday afternoons. My grandpa plays golf on Friday afternoons.
Ich habe meinen Personalausweis verloren.
I have lost my ID card. I have lost my ID card.
Niemand ist so ehrlich wie du.
Nobody is as honest as you. Nobody is as honest as you.
Ich hatte heute ein Treffen mit Carrie.
I had a meeting with Carrie today. I had a meeting with Carrie today.
Lass uns über deine Pläne sprechen.
Let's talk about your plans. Let's talk about your plans.
Ich gebe manchmal Haselnusscreme in meinen Kakao.
I sometimes put hazelnut cream in my cocoa. I sometimes put hazelnut cream in my cocoa.
Komm her.
Come here. Come here.
Ich liebe ihren Blog.
I love her blog. I love her blog.
Unsere entfernten Verwandten aus Philadelphia.
Our distant relatives from Philadelphia. Our distant relatives from Philadelphia.
Nachdem wir miteinander gesprochen hatten.
After we spoke with each other. After we spoke with each other.
Es ist nicht so einfach.
It's not so simple. It's not so simple.
Was ist in seiner Schultasche?
What is in a school bag? What is in a school bag?
Terry ist schwach, aber er fühlt sich besser.
Terry is weak, but he is feeling better. Terry is weak, but he is feeling better.
Wir hatten Thunfischsalat zum Abendessen.
We had tuna salad for dinner. We had tuna salad for dinner.
Kannst du dir ein neues Outdoor-Spiel einfallen lassen?
Can you come up with a new outdoor game? Can you come up with a new outdoor game?
Als ich ihn zum ersten Mal traf.
When I first met him. When I first met him.
Die 2-jährige Daniela hat noch nie alleine geschlafen.
The 2-year-old Daniela has never slept alone. The 2-year-old Daniela has never slept alone.
Wie hast du das Café gefunden?
How did you find the cafe? How did you find the cafe?
Wir wohnen in derselben Straße.
We live in the same street. We live in the same street.
Sie haben endlich das Rennen gewonnen.
They finally won the race. They finally won the race.
Sie haben vor langer Zeit geheiratet.
They got married a long time ago. They got married a long time ago.
Ich habe deinen Eistee getrunken, weil ich durstig war.
I drank your iced tea because I was thirsty. I drank your iced tea because I was thirsty.
Wann kannst du uns wieder besuchen?
When can you visit us again? When can you visit us again?
Ich auch.
Me too. Me too.
Sie hat Angst, aber sie will nicht aufgeben.
She is scared, but she doesn't want to give up. She is scared, but she doesn't want to give up.
Barbara lässt ihr Herz und ihre Seele in ihren Job einfließen.
Barbara puts her heart and soul in her job. Barbara puts her heart and soul in her job.
Die Leine liegt auf dem Esstisch.
The leash is on the dining table. The leash is on the dining table.
Ihre Beziehung ist ernst.
Their relationship is serious. Their relationship is serious.
Es ist keine schlechte Idee.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Ich werde deinen Schlüssel bald zurückbringen.
I will bring your key back soon. I will bring your key back soon.
Meine Oma ist so selbstlos.
My grandma is so unselfish. My grandma is so unselfish.
Das ist der schlimmste Pfannkuchen.
This is the worst pancake. This is the worst pancake.
Die Waltons adoptierten ein süßes kleines Mädchen.
The Waltons adopted a sweet little girl. The Waltons adopted a sweet little girl.
Baumstriezel ist eine ungarische Spezialität.
Chimney cake is a Hungarian specialty. Chimney cake is a Hungarian specialty.
Wir brauchen eine positive Veränderung.
We need a positive change. We need a positive change.
Du solltest keine negativen Dinge sagen.
You shouldn't say negative things. You shouldn't say negative things.
Mein Halbbruder setzte sich auf die Couch.
My half-brother sat down on the couch. My half-brother sat down on the couch.
Das ist meine zukünftige Frau.
This is my future wife. This is my future wife.
Laurens neuer Wandschrank ist dunkelbraun.
Lauren's new wall unit is dark brown. Lauren's new wall unit is dark brown.
Sie mieten immer ein Auto am Flughafen.
They always hire a car at the airport. They always hire a car at the airport.
Meine Freundin ist Redakteurin in Prag.
My girlfriend is an editor in Prague. My girlfriend is an editor in Prague.
New York ist eine riesige Metropole.
New York is a huge metropolis. New York is a huge metropolis.
Wir könnten nicht ohne Strom leben.
We couldn't live without electricity. We couldn't live without electricity.
Die Entfernung zwischen Australien und Asien.
The distance between Australia and Asia. The distance between Australia and Asia.
Würdest du bitte mein Mittagessen aufwärmen?
Would you heat my lunch, please? Would you eat my lunch, please?
Streuen Sie Parmesan auf Ihre Macaroni.
Sprinkle your macaroni with Parmesan. Sprinkle your macaroni with Parmesan.
Debras Eltern waren wütend.
Deborah's parents were furious. Deborah's parents were furious.
Ich habe meinen Computer mit der Maus verbunden.
I have connected my computer to the mouse. I have connected my computer to the mouse.
Essen Sie oft Mandelkekse?
Do you often eat almond cookies? Do you often eat almond cookies?
Was ist das für ein Durcheinander hier?
What is this mess here? What is this mess here?
Ich brauchte etwas Ruhe.
I needed some rest. I needed some rest.
Es ist nicht so heiß im Schatten.
It's not so hot in the shade. It's not so hot in the shade.
Wenn du willst, kannst du meinen Karamellatte trinken.
If you want, you can drink my caramel latte. If you want, you can drink my caramel latte.
Die Geldstrafe betrug nur $25.
The fine was only $25. The fine was only $25.
Ich habe diese Einmachgläser seit 4 Jahren nicht mehr benutzt.
I haven't used these mason jars for 4 years. I haven't used these mason jars for 4 years.
Dieses Foto ist eher unscharf.
This photo is rather blurred. This photo is rather blurred.
Wir sind noch nicht bereit.
We aren't ready yet. We aren't ready yet.
Taxipreise sind überall hoch.
Taxi fares are high everywhere. Taxi fares are high everywhere.
Die meisten Frauen lieben Orchideen.
Most women adore orchids. Most women adore orchids.
Beide Autos sind sicher.
Both cars are safe. Both cars are safe.
Kann ich mich auf dich verlassen?
Can I count on you? Can I count on you?
Ich habe Lavendel immer schon geliebt.
I have always loved lavender. I have always loved lavender.
Wir fliegen in 2 Tagen von London nach Hause.
We are flying home from London in 2 days. We are flying home from London in 2 days.
Das Meer ist nicht weit von hier.
The sea is not far from here. The sea is not far from here.
Jeder kann das Parlament besuchen.
Anybody can visit the parliament. Anybody can visit the parliament.
Ärzte können nicht jede Krankheit heilen.
Doctors can't cure every illness. Doctors can't cure every illness.
Hast du schon einmal das Weiße Haus gesehen?
Have you ever seen the White House? Have you ever seen the White House?
Ich habe geputzt, während Dora geschlafen hat.
I was cleaning while Dora was sleeping. I was cleaning while Dora was sleeping.
Du solltest fleißiger arbeiten.
You should work harder. You should work harder.
Wenn wir hier bleiben, werden wir den Zug verpassen.
If we stay here, we will miss the train. If we stay here, we will miss the train.
Suchst du den Osterschinken?
Are you looking for the Easter ham? Are you looking for the Easter ham?
Ich mag auch Regen.
I like rain, too. I like rain, too.
Wer ist dieser bärtige Mann?
Who is that bearded man? Who is that bearded man?
Er geht jeden Tag dorthin.
He goes there every day. He goes there every day.
Billys Mama hat uns etwas Geld gegeben.
Billy's mom gave us some money. Billy's mom gave us some money.
Die Kinder haben um 4 Uhr nicht gelesen.
The children weren't reading at 4 o'clock. The children weren't reading at 4 o'clock.
Jane und Ricardo sind letzte Nacht zurückgekommen.
Jane and Ricardo came back last night. Jane and Ricardo came back last night.
Der Kleber ist in der Kiste.
The glue is in the box. The glue is in the box.
Sie lag für eine Woche im Krankenhaus.
She lay in hospital for a week. She lay in hospital for a week.
Die Jungen lachten über den Witz.
The boys were laughing at the joke. The boys were laughing at the joke.
Lili und Abraham lieben sich.
Lily and Abraham love each other. Lily and Abraham love each other.
Ich muss diese Briefe heute beantworten.
I have to answer these letters today. I have to answer these letters today.
Wir genießen lange Spaziergänge.
We enjoy long walks. We enjoy long walks.
Kannst du ihnen deine Uhr zeigen?
Can you show them your watch? Can you show them your watch?
Sandra unterrichtete von 8 bis 11.
Sandra was teaching from 8 to 11. Sandra was teaching from 8 to 11.
Unser Chef ist noch im Büro.
Our boss is still in the office. Our boss is still in the office.
Donald hat weniger Freunde als Adrian.
Donald has fewer friends than Adrian. Donald has fewer friends than Adrian.
Sie muss bald gehen.
She has to leave soon. She has to leave soon.
Wenn du dich umdrehst, siehst du die Sterne am Himmel.
If you turn around, you will see the stars in the sky. If you turn around, you will see the stars in the sky.
Du solltest im Wohnzimmer nicht rauchen.
You shouldn't smoke in the living room. You shouldn't smoke in the living room.
Ich kann nicht jeden hören.
I can't hear everybody. I can't hear everybody.
Waffel mit Schlagsahne und Schokoladensauce.
Waffle with whipped cream and chocolate sauce. Waffle with whipped cream and chocolate sauce.
Sie braucht mehr Koffein, weil sie bis 18 Uhr arbeiten muss.
She needs more caffeine because she has to work until 6 p.m. She needs more caffeine because she has to work until 6 p.m.
Wer ist der Anführer in dieser Gruppe?
Who is the leader in this group? Who is the leader in this group?
Marco fing an, den Ofen zu reparieren.
Marco started to repair the oven. Marco started to repair the oven.
Unsere Tochter liest still in ihrem Zimmer.
Our daughter is reading silently in her room. Our daughter is reading silently in her room.
Als sie jünger war, hat sie einige Liebesbriefe bekommen.
She got some love letters when she was younger. She got some love letters when she was younger.
Ich habe zu viel Ahornsirup auf den Obstsalat gegeben.
I put too much maple syrup on the fruit salad. I put too much maple syrup on the fruit salad.
Eines Tages werden Francis und Renata ihr eigenes Restaurant eröffnen.
One day, Francis and Renata will open their own restaurant. One day, Francis and Renata will open their own restaurant.
Brennt irgendetwas?
Is something burning? Is something burning?
Wirst du diese Schuhe morgen tragen?
Are you going to wear those shoes tomorrow? Are you going to wear those shoes tomorrow?
Ein bisschen weniger Bier ist genug.
A little less beer is enough. A little less beer is enough.
Sie muss nicht nach einem anderen Job suchen.
She doesn't have to look for another job. She doesn't have to look for another job.
Erzählst du ihm immer alles?
Do you always tell him everything? Do you always tell him everything?
Ich habe nur ein kleineres Problem.
I have just a smaller problem. I have just a smaller problem.
Als ich bei der Feier ankam.
When I arrived at the celebration. When I arrived at the celebration.
Einige der Passagiere.
Some of the passengers. Some of the passengers.
Sie mussten die Treppe hinaufsteigen.
They had to climb the stairs. They had to climb the stairs.
Ich bin dankbar für deine Hilfe.
I am grateful for your help. I am grateful for your help.
In der Zukunft.
In the future. In the future.
Unsere Kinder sollten verschiedene Orte besuchen.
Our children should visit different places. Our children should visit different places.
Es tut mir leid, dass ich das Messer fallen gelassen habe.
I'm sorry that I dropped the knife. I'm sorry that I dropped the knife.
Ich kann die Kugeln vom Boden aufheben.
I can pick up the balls from the floor. I can pick up the balls from the floor.
Zeichne einen Kreis und ein Quadrat.
Draw a circle and a square. Draw a circle and a square.
Circa ein Viertel Liter Traubensaft.
Half a pint of grape juice. Half a pint of grape juice.
Ich habe noch nie einen Maulwurf gesehen.
I have never seen a mole. I have never seen a mole.
Die Katze hat die Milch bereits getrunken.
The cat has already drunk the milk. The cat has already drunk the milk.
Ein Meter ist 100 Zentimeter.
1 meter is 100 centimeters. One meter is 100 centimeters.
Im Frühling sind immer Amseln in unserem Garten.
There are always blackbirds in our garden in spring. There are always blackbirds in our garden in spring.
Sie haben vor 2 Wochen einen schwarzen Lieferwagen gekauft.
They bought a black van 2 weeks ago. They bought a black van 2 weeks ago.
Die Fußgänger überqueren jetzt die Straße.
The pedestrians are crossing the street now. The pedestrians are crossing the street now.
Ich bin heute gut gelaunt.
I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood today.
Es ist mir egal.
It's all the same to me. It's all the same to me.
Kannst du das Licht hinter den Bäumen sehen?
Can you see the light behind the trees? Can you see the light behind the trees?
Würdest du mich bitte zur Drogerie bringen?
Would you take me to the drugstore, please? Would you take me to the drugstore, please?
Wie viele Auberginen brauchst du?
How many eggplants do you need? How many eggplants do you need?
Streite nicht mit deinen Geschwistern.
Don't fight with your siblings. Don't fight with your siblings.
Sie macht sich immer Sorgen um ihre Kinder.
She always worries about her children. She always worries about her children.
Ich fahre für eine Woche in die Niederlande.
I'm going to the Netherlands for a week. I'm going to the Netherlands for a week.
Wir entspannen uns für eine Stunde nach der Arbeit.
We relax for an hour after work. We relax for an hour after work.
Der Babysitter kümmert sich diese Woche um die Kinder.
The babysitter is looking after the children this week. The babysitter is looking after the children this week.
Es war ein anstrengender, aber sehr erfolgreicher Tag.
It was a tiring but very successful day. It was a tiring but very successful day.
Dianas Eltern lassen sie oft alleine ins Fitnessstudio.
Diana's parents often let her go to the gym alone. Diana's parents often let her go to the gym alone.
Wie viel Freizeit hast du?
How much free time do you have? How much free time do you have?
Wir sollten zuerst bezahlen.
We should pay first. We should pay first.
Junge Paare gehen oft am Wochenende aus.
Young couples often go out at the weekends. Young couples often go out at the weekends.
Hat sich Ihre Handynummer geändert?
Has your cell phone number changed? Has your cell phone number changed?
Ich lese jeden Tag ungefähr 2 Stunden.
I read about 2 hours every day. I read about 2 hours every day.
Dieser starke Tee hält mich wach.
This strong tea keeps me awake. This strong tea keeps me awake.
Die Wangen des Babys sind rot von der Kälte.
The baby's cheeks are red from the cold. The baby's cheeks are red from the cold.
Schauen wir uns eine Komödie an.
Let's watch a comedy. Let's watch a comedy.
Stuart hat versprochen, mich anzurufen.
Stuart promised to call me. Stuart promised to call me.
Alle Geschäfte sind während der Ferien geschlossen.
All stores are closed during the holidays. All stores are closed during the holidays.
Pflaumenbrand ist in Ungarn beliebt.
Plum brandy is popular in Hungary. Plum brandy is popular in Hungary.
Welcher Tag ist am besten für Sie?
Which day is the best for you? Which day is the best for you?
Ich bin fast fertig mit dem Frühstück.
I'm almost ready with the breakfast. I'm almost ready with the breakfast.
Wird die Pasta für die ganze Familie ausreichen?
Will this pasta be enough for the whole family? Will this pasta be enough for the whole family?
Susi würde gerne eine Achterbahn fahren.
Susie would love to ride a roller coaster. Susie would love to ride a roller coaster.
Wir treffen uns am Dienstagmorgen im Park.
We are meeting in the park on Tuesday morning. We are meeting in the park on Tuesday morning.
Jen schaltet ihr Telefon in der Arbeit nicht aus.
Jen doesn't turn off her phone at work. Jen doesn't turn off her phone at work.
Mädchen lieben normalerweise romantische Abendessen bei Kerzenlicht.
Girls usually love romantic, candlelight dinners. Girls usually love romantic, candlelight dinners.
Können wir unsere Partner zum Konzert bringen?
Can we bring our partners to the concert? Can we bring our partners to the concert?
Ich wollte wirklich nicht deine Gefühle verletzen.
I really didn't want to hurt your feelings. I really didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Heute Nacht ist Vollmond.
There is a full moon tonight. There is a full moon tonight.
Ich vertraue meinem besten Freund.
I trust my best friend. I trust my best friend.
Dieses Abenteuer war heute unvergesslich.
This adventure today was unforgettable. This adventure today was unforgettable.
Die Schüler üben für das Stück.
The students are practicing for the play. The students are practicing for the play.
Der Schauspieler erinnerte sich nicht an sein Drehbuch.
The actor didn't remember his script. The actor didn't remember his script.
Kleine Schweizer Dörfer haben eine besondere Atmosphäre.
Small Swiss villages have a special atmosphere. Small Swiss villages have a special atmosphere.
Ich kann das Feuer nicht mit einem einzigen Streichholz anzünden.
I can't set the fire with a single match. I can't set the fire with a single match.
Das ist das weichste Croissant, das ich je gegessen habe.
This is the softest croissant I have ever eaten. This is the softest croissant I have ever eaten.
Schneeflocken sind so magisch.
Snowflakes are so magical. Snowflakes are so magical.
Emily liegt falsch.
Emily is wrong. Emily is wrong.
Normalerweise bestelle ich die Blumensamen im April.
I usually order the flower seeds in April. I usually order the flower seeds in April.
Die Luft ist normalerweise sauberer auf dem Land.
The air is usually cleaner in the countryside. The air is usually cleaner in the countryside.
Die Winter in Russland sind sehr hart.
Winters in Russia are very tough. Winters in Russia are very tough.
Ich habe mein Fahrrad von meinen Eltern bekommen.
I got my bike from my parents. I got my bike from my parents.
Wo bewahrst du deinen Führerschein auf?
Where do you keep your driver's license? Where do you keep your driver's license?
Das Motorrad ist in einem tollen Zustand.
The motorbike is in a great condition. The motorbike is in a great condition.
Beim Tierarzt ging alles gut.
Everything went well at the vet. Everything went well at the vet.
Es ist keine minderwertige Lederjacke.
It isn't a low-quality leather jacket. It isn't a low-quality leather jacket.
In einem großen Kaufhaus können Sie verschiedene Waren kaufen.
You can buy different goods in a big department store. You can buy different goods in a big department store.
Meine Beine werden auf langen Reisen manchmal taub.
My legs sometimes go numb during long travels. My legs sometimes go numb during long travels.
Wer ist hier der Besitzer?
Who is the owner here? Who is the owner here?
Hörst du manchmal Radio?
Do you sometimes listen to the radio? Do you sometimes listen to the radio?
Weltnachrichten geben uns viele nützliche Informationen.
World news give us lots of useful information. World news give us lots of useful information.
Ich stelle oft den Timer ein, wenn ich Brot backe.
I often set the timer when I bake some bread. I often set the timer when I bake some bread.
Es stehen einige wichtige Details auf dieser Seite.
There are some important details on this page. There are some important details on this page.
Glück hängt nicht vom Geld ab.
Happiness doesn't depend on money. Happiness doesn't depend on money.
Dieser Artikel handelt von glücklichen Ehen.
That article is about happy marriages. That article is about happy marriages.
Es ist keine einfache Situation.
It's not an easy situation. It's not an easy situation.
Was denkst du über diesen neuen Gruselfilm?
What do you think of that new scary movie? What do you think of that new scary movie?
Sam benutzt seinen Computer mehrmals am Tag.
Sam uses his computer many times a day. Sam uses his computer many times a day.
Das ist heute meine 100. E-Mail.
This is my 102nd email today. This is my 102nd email today.
Wir sind heute Abend verabredet.
We are going on a date this evening. We are going on a date this evening.
Diese Tage habe ich sehr wenig Zeit.
I have very little time these days. I have very little time these days.
Ich wünsche mir jetzt einen salzigen Snack.
I wish for a salty snack now. I wish for a salty snack now.
Am Ende der Woche haben sie weniger Energie.
They have less energy at the end of the week. They have less energy at the end of the week.
Wessen Schal ist im Auto?
Whose scarf is in the car? Whose scarf is in the car?
Er hat schwierige Zeiten durchgemacht.
He went through difficult times. He went through difficult times.
Was ist mit Pizza bestellen?
What about ordering a pizza? What about ordering a pizza?
Der Löwe ging zu seinem Käfig zurück.
The lion walked back to its cage. The lion walked back to its cage.
Karen hat uns in ihr Haus eingeladen.
Karen invited us to their house. Karen invited us to their house.
Es gab keine Waffe im Haus.
There wasn't a gun in the house. There wasn't a gun in the house.
Hast du ihm eine Geburtstagskarte geschickt?
Did you send him a birthday card? Did you send him a birthday card?
Wenn du dich gut benimmst, kaufe ich dir eine Puppe.
If you behave well, I will buy you a doll. If you behave well, I will buy you a doll.
Wie lange bleiben Sie in Paris?
How long are they staying in Paris? How long are they staying in Paris?
Lailas Großeltern bauten 1921 ihr Haus.
Layla's grandparents built their house in 1921. Layla's grandparents built their house in 1921.
Sie erzählten uns eine interessante Geschichte.
They told us an interesting story. They told us an interesting story.
Ich habe gehört, dass Dänen im Dunkeln gerne Kerzen anzünden.
I heard that Danish people like lighting candles in the dark. I heard that Danish people like lighting candles in the dark.
Wenn ich stehe, kann ich den Schmerz nicht spüren.
When I stand, I can't feel the pain. When I stand, I can't feel the pain.
Wen hast du auf dem Campus gesehen?
Whom did you see on the campus? Whom did you see on the campus?
Ich habe nicht vergessen, den PIN-Code aufzuschreiben.
I didn't forget to write down the PIN code. I didn't forget to write down the PIN code.
Hast du das Hundehalsband schon gefunden?
Have you found the dog collar yet? Have you found the dog collar yet?
Vielleicht werde ich nächstes Jahr nach Indien reisen.
Maybe I will travel to India next year. Maybe I will travel to India next year.
Was kosten diese Tickets?
How much are these tickets? How much are these tickets?
Sie macht an Wochentagen kein Yoga.
She doesn't do yoga on weekdays. She doesn't do yoga on weekdays.
Ich habe Sheldon gesehen, als ich an der Polizeistation vorbeikam.
I saw Sheldon when I was passing the police station. I saw Sheldon when I was passing the police station.
Die chinesische Mauer ist in unserer Nähe.
The Great Wall of China is close to us. The Great Wall of China is close to us.
Meine neue Zahnpasta mit Schokoladengeschmack hat einen ungewöhnlichen Geschmack.
My new chocolate-flavored toothpaste has an unusual taste. My new chocolate-flavored toothpaste has an unusual taste.
Der Buchtitel ist seltsam.
The title of the book is strange. The title of the book is strange.
Sie wird übermorgen nicht zu Hause sein.
She won't be at home the day after tomorrow. She won't be at home the day after tomorrow.
Ich werde dich anrufen, bevor ich ankomme.
I will call you before I arrive. I will call you before I arrive.
Letzten Dezember haben wir ein kleines Häuschen gemietet.
Last December, we rented a small cottage. Last December, we rented a small cottage.
Zweimal pro Woche gibt es Abendkurse.
There are evening courses twice a week. There are evening courses twice a week.
Wir hoffen, sie wird uns eine Nachricht schreiben.
We hope she will write us a message. We hope she will write us a message.
Das Wetter ist jetzt sehr angenehm.
The weather is very pleasant now. The weather is very pleasant now.
Wo finde ich den nächsten Geldautomaten?
Where can I find the closest ATM? Where can I find the closest ATM?
Nicht alle Städte sind überfüllt und laut.
Not all cities are crowded and noisy. Not all cities are crowded and noisy.
Kann ich später über den Preis entscheiden?
Can I decide later about the price? Can I decide later about the price?
Das Paket wird in einer Stunde hier sein.
The package will be here in an hour. The package will be here in an hour.
Alkohol trinken birgt einige Gefahren.
Drinking alcohol has some dangers. Drinking alcohol has some dangers.
Alles ist gut.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Der Verkehr ist etwas langsam.
The traffic is a bit slow. The traffic is a bit slow.
Stephanie drehte sich in der letzten Minute um.
Stephanie turned back in the last minute. Stephanie turned back in the last minute.
Ich habe in meiner Kindheit viel gespielt.
I played a lot in my childhood. I played a lot in my childhood.
Laufen macht meinen Kopf frei.
Running clears my head. Running clears my head.
Wenn ich in den Bergen bin.
When I am in the mountains. When I am in the mountains.
Das Deutschlernheft ist fantastisch.
The German language learning magazine is fantastic. The German language learning magazine is fantastic.
Diese Eier werden für eine Woche ausreichen.
These eggs will be enough for a week. These eggs will be enough for a week.
Jede Kultur ist anders.
Every culture is different. Every culture is different.
Es ist ungesund, den ganzen Tag drinnen zu bleiben.
It's unhealthy to stay inside all day. It's unhealthy to stay inside all day.
Wie war dein Sommerjob?
What was your summer job like? What was your summer job like?
Hochschulbildung ist nicht überall kostenlos.
Higher education is not free everywhere. Higher education is not free everywhere.
Ist das Hotel modern?
Is that hotel modern? Is that hotel modern?
Sie bringt ihr Auto wöchentlich zur Autowaschanlage.
She takes her car to the car wash weekly. She takes her car to the car wash weekly.
Unsere Stadt hat keine großen Parkplätze.
Our town doesn't have big parking lots. Our town doesn't have big parking lots.